Stand by for action.
Stingray, the ultimate 1960s underwater adventure series.
Everybody was just crazy about it.
Chock full of explosions, submarines,
Neither Bones nor I had ever seen such a strange underwater craft.
and underwater aliens, both friend and foe.
The whole of the Turanian race will be stamped out.
Stingray's got action,
Run, Bones! Marina, run!
comedy,
What a gag.
mystery,
Maybe we'll solve the mystery of the ghost of the sea once and for all.
and romance.
Women.
All done with beautifully handcrafted miniatures and puppets.
Reckon we do okay?
Stingray is about the World Aquanaut Security Patrol and their battle to keep the peace under the sea. Their fleet is spearheaded by supersub Stingray, piloted by Captain Troy Tempest.
I'm a member of the World Aquanaut Security Patrol. Our job is to investigate, not to fight.
Assisted by Lieutenant Phones Sheridan.
Dive, Troy, dive!
And the mysterious, mute, and mermaid-like Marina.
You know, I think she's the greatest girl in the world.
Whenever Commander Shore or his daughter Atlanta issue orders from WASP HQ in Marineville Control Tower, it's PWOR for Stingray.
PWOR.
PWOR. PWOR.
That's proceeding with orders received. Throughout the series, Tempest's primary adversary is the undersea warlord Titan.
Am I not the most powerful of all the underwater rulers?
Together with his sniveling minion, Surface Agent X20,
They don't realize that I'm cleaning their windows so that I can see them more clearly.
and an army of aquamphibians. Titan is determined to conquer and enslave the surface dwellers. These and countless other memorable villains, combined with tales of high-sea adventure, make Stingray compulsory Saturday morning entertainment. What's the worst part about Stingray? There's only 39 episodes.
Thanks for a great show, but I'm afraid whether you like it or not, this has got to be the end.
So what do you do if you're thirsty for more of Troy Tempest's heroics?
We haven't got time to play this cool, Phones.
More of Titan's evil schemes?
If he keeps this up, they will be ready to be conquered in no time at all.
More of Commander Shore's uncontrolled outbursts?
I heard that, Tempest. I may be old, but I'm sure not deaf.
Or more of Marina's meaningful glances?
What's wrong, Marina?
The answer is simple. 2 words. Deadly Uprising. In addition to all the classic material, Stingray Deadly Uprising is a brand new and fully licensed Stingray story that spans videos, audiobooks, novels, comic books, and even a live performance. But where do you jump in? Although each chapter of Deadly Uprising is designed to be enjoyed on its own, in any order you choose, what if you want to experience the complete story from beginning to end in its entirety? Have no fear. Free of major plot spoilers, here is our quick and easy guide to everything you need to know about Stingray, Deadly Uprising. Our story opens with the very first Marine Minute, a new adventure serial that brings together classic footage of all your favorite Stingray characters and vehicles, with brand new scripts written and directed by Stingray expert Andrew Clements.
It actually ended up being the perfect opportunity to flesh out little bits of the narrative that we'd left maybe a little bit ambiguous or maybe hadn't been fully developed. So these little video clips are sort of designed to slot in throughout the narrative and just enhance.
The Marine Minutes reunite the much-lauded voice cast that brought to life the classic Stingray audiobooks, Operation Icecap, and Monster from the Deep. They include Mark Silk.
It's magical for a fan.
Wayne Forrester.
Fortunate to be playing Lieutenant Phones.
Right.
And X20, which is good fun.
Nicholas Briggs.
And then the rest of it was just, me going.
And Jules DeYoung.
I mean, we're amongst family, aren't we, really? These are fans and friends who are going to be thrilled.
In The Sound of Sirens, a terrorfish on routine patrol is drawn off course by a mysterious undersea melody. What happens to its crew will prompt Titan to investigate and discover a potential new ally. Like all the Marine Minutes, The Sound of Sirens is completely free to watch on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel, so don't miss it. The events of The Sound of Sirens lead straight into Deadly Concerto, a live audio play performed for a packed house at Birmingham Symphony Hall on the night of the 13th of July, 2024, at Standby for Action 2, Tunes of Danger. Written by Nicholas Briggs and starring the same amazing cast that voiced the Marine Minutes, Deadly Concerto shows Titan and X-20 joining forces with a new ally to weaponize music itself against the Wasps. Can Troy and crew escape? Only an enchanting musical solo from an unlikely source can break the spell. Didn't make it to the live performance? Don't worry. You can catch up on Deadly Concerto on the Standby for Action 2 CD, Blu-ray, or DVD, available from the Gerry Anderson store. It will also be made available to stream on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Taking place after Deadly Concerto, Network Error sees Stingray on patrol when they have an unusual encounter with a mysterious craft. The ensuing battle will have important effects on the next epic chapter in the saga. Don't forget, all the Marine Minutes are free to watch right here on YouTube. In the first original Stingray novel written since the 60s, author Chris Dale weaves a tale of suspense in epic proportions.
I know these characters. I can write stuff for them to do and say, and yeah, it's such fun.
Titan is continuing his quest to find new allies, including with a pair of familiar faces from the classic series. But these characters have a deadly secret that will spell danger for Titan and for the crew of Stingray. Plus, an all-new character joins the team. It's a cracking new must-read novel for any Stingray fan, but don't just take our word for it. The reviews speak for themselves. Pick up the novel as part of a hardback bundle or as an audiobook performed by the great Wayne Forrester at the Gerry Anderson store. All links are in the description. Taking place during the events of the Titanican Stratagem, Security Update gives more backstory to the arrival of the newest addition to the Marineville team.
I have a personnel update for you.
Personnel update, sir?
You can listen to it after you read the Titanican Stratagem, or it fits in perfectly between chapters 2 and 3. And it's a Marine Minute, which means it's free on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel.
And by Jody, I want it done now!
Stingray has been part of the comics world ever since the very first issue of TV Century 21. Now, in addition to those classic strips, you can enjoy a whole new series as part of the Deadly Uprising saga. The first strip takes place just after the Titanican Stratagem and concerns two old enemies of Marineville and their daring escape attempt, thanks to a certain surface agent X-20. Written by security hazard blogger and Stingray aficionado Jack Knoll, and illustrated by Marvel, DC, and Doctor Who alumni Brian Williamson, Shadows from the Deep is included in the Stingray Comic Anthology Volume 1, Tales from the Depths, as well as in the Stingray Deadly Uprising comic collection. Warning Below the Waves picks up right where Shadows from the Deep left off. This time, Troy Tempest must convince an undersea people to join the surface dwellers and unite against Titan's despotism. Written by Ben Wolfpage and beautifully illustrated by battle action artist, World War II and hardware specialist Keith Burns, Warning Below the Waves is also in both the Stingray Comic Anthology Volume 1, Tales from the Depths, and Stingray Deadly Uprising, the comic collection. Taking a break from comics momentarily, the story picks back up in a Marine Minute. In Fallen Star, X-20 detects unusual signals emanating from the Rulin Solastar base, last seen in the classic TV episode The Big Gun. Will they join Titan's alliance against the Wasps? Watch the episode for free on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel to find out. The comics action resumes with a story written by best-selling author James Swallow, known for his prolific contributions to the Anderverse, and illustrated by Matt Brooker, alias Disraeli, known for Batman 2000 AD and many others. The Undefeated showcases the events set up in Fallen Star. Titan meets the mighty leader of the Solastar. But what do these two undersea regions really have in store for each other? Available in the first Stingray Comic Anthology or the Deadly Uprising Anthology. Stingray faces deadly peril. A newly discovered alien race has mastered the art of camouflage. Has Troy Tempest finally met his match? Written by WASP Technical Operations Manual author Chris Thompson, Shifting Seas is illustrated by John McCrae, perhaps best known for his contributions to Hitman and The Boys. The action is all in Tales from the Depths, and the Deadly Uprising anthology. Tales from the Depths concludes with a story from noted best-selling author and Eisner Award nominee Ian Edgington, and illustrated by Anderson and Doctor Who authority Lee Sullivan. In Voyage to Danger, Marineville must face one of the deadliest threats yet: weaponized artificial tsunamis, also chronicled in the Deadly Uprising anthology. Stingray down! In the tensest Marine minute yet, Commander Shore in Atlanta desperately try to raise the critically damaged Stingray, while Titan revels in what he thinks is his ultimate triumph. Can Stingray survive? Don't miss Marine Minute number 5 on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel.
So I chose the Project Orca section because I wanted to do an X20 story.
Yes.
With Stingray damaged, who can the Wasps turn to for the defense of Marineville? Enter Project Orca, a new plan to build a submarine, bigger and more powerful even than Stingray. As if Troy Tempest didn't have enough to worry about with Stingray in danger of the scrapyard and the impending invasion of Titan's evil alliance, he also has a new rival.
Captain Jewel, Lieutenant.
Hello, Captain.
Written by BAFTA winner Bob Ayers, Project Orca is a full novel that captures all the excitement and energy of a classic episode of Stingray. Available in hardback as part of a bundle with the Titanican Stratagem, or as an audiobook read by Wayne Forrester.
Target acquired,
reported the bosun.
Fire!
Grab your copy before it disappears beneath the waves. Taking place between chapters 5 and 6 of Project Orca, The Substitute adds even more depth to the events of the novel by giving a glimpse into Troy Tempest's conversations with Phones and Marina.
Captain Dune, the nerve of that guy.
Take it easy, Troy.
Like all Marine Minutes, it's completely free and waiting for you on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel. Marine Minutes writer Andrew Clements also gets in on the comics action with his story, Desperate Measures. Illustrated by Neil Roberts, whose credits include Warhammer 2000 AD and Doctor Who. Desperate Measures shows the Wasps attempting to beat Titan at his own game and forge a counter-alliance of their own. But will they be able to muster enough forces to meet Titan in a battle in the open sea? It's the perfect opening story for Battle Lines, the second volume of the Stingray comic anthology, and is also included in the Deadly Uprising anthology. Continuing on from Desperate Measures, Tempest Fugit sees Troy facing a strange underwater race that could be a powerful ally, or, if X20 gets his way, a powerful enemy. Written by Eisner Award winner Nick Abadzis and illustrated by Eagle Award winner Simon Fraser, this story is included both in Battle Lines, Stingray Comic Anthology Volume 2, and in the Deadly Uprising Anthology. The writer and artist team of Nick Abadzis and Simon Fraser, respectively, reunite for a second story. Continuing the tale of the Silicanans, a race with special abilities, it also features an unexpected twist that we wouldn't dare to spoil here. Get it in Battle Lines or the Deadly Uprising Anthology and see how the story continues. Amazon and New York Times bestseller James Swallow returns to write his second comic for Deadly Uprising, this time teaming up with artist Connor Flanagan, best known for his graphic novels set in the worlds of Terrahawks, Space Precinct, and New Captain Scarlet. In the penultimate comic of the saga, Titan gathers his final council of war before going to battle with the Terranians. But will someone in their ranks betray their true loyalties? Don't forget, you can pick up this story in Battle Lines, or the Deadly Uprising Anthology. Marineville tracking scanners detect a mysterious vessel. The occupant has a secret that will change the fate of everyone in Marineville, and possibly of the entire world. Don't miss this Marine Minute on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel.
It all comes down to this.
One of the World Aquanaut Security Patrol's flagship vessels has been lost. Titan has assembled the largest armada of underwater vessels ever seen. But our heroes stand firm with their own allies as they prepare for the final battle. Everything comes to a head in Anything Can Happen, free on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel. The final Marine Minute. This is it. The final battle begins. Stingray, totally outclassed by Titan's assembled fleet, must prove that the human spirit and ingenuity can triumph over even the most impossible odds. This grand finale of the entire Deadly Uprising story is written by Ernie Altbacker, famous for his work in the DC animated universe, and drawn by Lee Sullivan, known for drawing Thunderbirds, Doctor Who, and 2000 AD. It's an epic conclusion that has to be seen to be believed, and you can find it at the end of the Deadly Uprising anthology or in Battle Lines Stingray Comic Anthology Volume 2. There you have it, a complete guide to Stingray Deadly Uprising.
That's all I wanted to know.
It's everything a Stingray fan could ever dream about. Be sure to check it out from A to Z, or just drop in for the chapters that excite you the most. Either way, it's all available for you to check out today.
Oh, this is the life, Troy.
Yep, it sure is.
So don't miss it. Still have questions?
I don't get it, Phones.
Check the link in the description for more information, and don't forget to subscribe. That's all for now. Stand by for action, and PWOR.
Why don't you say that you'll always stay close to my heart?